Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Subject to Change. And today is a big episode. And the reason it's such a big deal is because we are bringing on the first ever co-host to the show. Overtime Tom is here and no longer just a guest on my show, but he's going to be here the whole time. Tom, how you doing, baby?
Let's go. Thank you for having me. Do you know what today is? What's the date?
September 3rd.
And that is Jordan McCabe's birthday, everyone. He turned 40 today. Happy birthday, Jordan. Thank you for having me, man. I'm hyped to be here.
Yeah, thanks. I turned 21. I appreciate you aging me that way. I had enough high school hecklers talking about how old is he, singing happy birthday when I'm trying to shoot free throws. I don't need it from you. I'm going to have to rethink this co-host thing after this episode. But anyways, we got a lot to talk about. We got Mikey versus Charli D'Amelio. We got some NBA playoffs to talk about, a wild Game 7, and a whole lot of mistakes down the stretch there. We're going to talk about TikTok and all that's going on in the world. But before we get into all that, Tom, update me and all the fans of Subject to Change, all the OG listeners out there, what you've been up to and why you're in a forest right now.
Bro, being on this podcast is the best thing that's happened since COVID hit. As you can see, I'm literally in the woods. I don't know if I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm back in my parents' house living like I'm 12 again, back in high school. Other than that, just grinding, working on OT nonstop. How have you been? Where are you up to? Where are you?
Right now, I'm in Morgantown, West Virginia. I am just woke up. We had an early shoot right now. It's 7 a.m. And, I've just been grinding. We've had a couple practices. And by practices, I mean we're into the full swing of things now. We're getting ready for the season. It's like been 2-hour practices. Our normal practices are 3 hours, but like when we first get back onto campus, start with like 1 hour individuals, and now we're into 2-hour team practices. And then come late October, we start like our 3-hour stuff. So we're starting to get into the swing of things now. Hugs is down on the floor with us every day. He's actually coaching. So, during that first couple weeks and stuff, he's just chilling on the balcony. But everything's been good, man. Everything's been good.
I know you guys have been working and like colleges are starting to get back into the swing of things, but honestly, like the high school kids haven't stopped either. Like they have tournaments, they have AU games. Mikey Williams, like he's been going nonstop. I don't think like he ever took a day off. Like he's in the gym at like we film like 2 a.m. in LA. Then he's in Atlanta playing AU tournaments. I feel like, he's always been huge, but now he's kind of taking over.
Yeah, I just checked on what he's at. He's on like 2 million on Instagram now. He just keeps his face is just everywhere. I mean, they say that about anytime you want to build something. His face is like in front of me 24/7, and he's got bounce that just like he's got angry bounce like Russell Westbrook, like angry bounce, but. He's gonna be a problem. I don't know what he's gonna do college-wise. Hearing a lot of talk about HBCUs, which would be, other than Maker, Mikey would be the first big name. He's the biggest name in high school hoops right now, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean it's him and Bronny basically, but like you can't even count Bronny because like it's the LeBron effect. And Bronny's awesome, but like it's just a different stratosphere. But yeah, Mikey's the biggest thing. Like it's not close.
Yeah, I mean, he's the biggest thing unless we're talking about, at his age, other than Charli D'Amelio, other than Addison Rae, it's Mikey Williams, I think, right, in terms of following.
All right, so when you talk – like I've been thinking about this a lot. I'm glad you brought that up. There's 16-year-olds, right? Like Mikey is only 16, and Charli's only 16. Charli D'Amelio, big TikTok star. We all know her. And like what I've been thinking about is like who is more famous between those two in general. They're like the two biggest. I mean, the fact that they're 16 is insane. Like I suck, but like they're crushing it. Who do you think is the most famous 16-year-old in the world, basically?
The most famous 16-year-old. I mean, it's Charli. She has a drink at Dunkin' Donuts. I'm drinking it right now.
Okay, I actually went to Dunkin' yesterday and I ordered a Charli and it was hilarious. But I know that you're going to say that, and like Charli's got mad followers, but Mikey Williams is Mikey Williams is the most popular 16-year-old in the country. Mikey Williams is more popular than Charli D'Amelio. It's not all about followers.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Charli D'Amelio can't go really anywhere. I mean, she's at like Kardashian level status now. You remember when we made like the Kardashians so stupid famous, and then we're all looking around like, what exactly do they do, and why do they have $1 billion, and what's going on? It's happening again. We're repeating history, except D'Amelio, she's talented as hell, and she's famous beyond belief now. She can't go anywhere she wants. Like by go anywhere, I mean they started a makeup line. They started a makeup line. I think Addison Rae did. Charli D'Amelio literally can post something and like feed like her grandchildren off one TikTok creator fund. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
No, that is true. And like Charli can make money right now because he's not like an athlete, so that's not fair for Mikey. But like Charli walks into a basketball gym right now, like no one's batting an eye. Mikey walks into a gym, they're all over him. We had him at the takeover last year in New York City. Mikey comes to NYC, he's from California. Literally can't even move. He can't even walk anywhere. Like I just because you have a lot of followers, like Mikey in his world is way bigger than Charli is in her world. Like there are other people like Charli.
Who?
You named them. Addison, her sister, me.
You're the most thirsty TikToker I've ever. Like you want TikTok fame so bad that you're pretty much willing to do anything for it, which is why I brought you on this show, because I'm assuming I'm getting clickbaits out of you for sure.
This isn't about me. If I was 16, I could be in the conversation, but Mikey's more famous than Charli. Like it's just and also long term, like Mikey, Charli's killing it right now. She's got a drink, she's got her American or whatever clothing brand. We need a clothing brand. She's got like everything going for her. I think she's got a reality show. Mikey also has his reality show on Overtime. It crushes. Shout out to Fear Nothing dropping this Sunday.
Look, I love the fact that Mikey's got his own reality show. I love that it's on Overtime. I love that. But I mean, Charli's gonna be on like E. It's just a different, she's probably, the D'Amelios are going to have their show. Addison Rae and her mom, who kind of stares awkwardly at the camera and does some dance. She's going to be on a reality TV show. And my kids are going to be sitting on the couch. I'm going to have to yell at them, turn the D'Amelios off. Turn the Kardashians. That's how it was for my sister. Stop watching the Kardashians. Like you're rotting your brain. My kids are going to do that with the D'Amelios. And Mikey is going to be probably in the league at that point and doing a whole different thing. But the basketball world is the basketball world. It's our own little section of the world. D'Amelio, I don't think it's a question. I really don't. On who's more famous right now, it's really not.
You can't root for the D'Amelios or for Addison because they're in the podcast game now and they're competitors. So we hate them now. No, I'm just kidding. I love them. But Mikey, just think about this. Right? Play this out.
They have a podcast?
Addison does with her mom.
Now I'm
talk about like girl things.
Now I'm pissed off.
Play this out, okay? Mikey, obviously right now, best 16-year-old in the world. We're not gonna put too much pressure on him. But if everything works out well, in 15 years, and he's LeBron Jr. or he is KD Jr. and he is making $50 million a year hooping, and then he's got his sneaker deal and he's got his show. I'm just saying, right now, maybe you get it to Charli. But in 15 years, and at the end of the day, Mikey Williams will be more famous than Charli D'Amelio.
Yeah, maybe. I don't.
Let's go.
Maybe because it all depends. Because when guys get to that level, like then it just like he's not doing anything in the media or like when you're at like a max contract type of level, you don't do anything in the media or personality wise because you have to. Like you're not worried about where the next meal's coming from. You're doing it because that's like your personality. Look at like Pat McAfee. Like the biggest thing with him is, he's got a crazy story. First of all, the fact that he won like an underground gambling bet just to go down to a camp where he ended up getting picked up and he goes to WVU, which is nuts. But all that aside, he was getting a huge contract, huge payout, millions of dollars. But he did his personality thing just because that's who he was. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't have to go do that. Once Mikey's at a certain level, it's going to be up to him. And to me, I met Mikey. I think he'd rather probably be more low-key. Like, look at Russ. Like, you get a couple sound bites from, like, a few, interviews post-game, and he kind of, looks at people or whatever, and you get a meme or two. but I don't think he's going to do anything where Charli, I mean, like I said, is going to be on the TV. The fact that I just created my future with telling my kids to stop watching the D'Amelios and like get off your ass, go do something is scary. And I really feel like I'm going to go through it later in life. Like, wow, I called that at 22. But anyways, that's just my thought. I don't know. Mikey's going to be in the league. All things go right. I mean, it's a crazy world. I've seen guys who were on track for crazy things, go the other way. I've seen guys who low-level guys take off and all of a sudden they're, contending for Rookie of the Year or contending for some of the best players in the league. It can go a lot of different ways, but Mikey's on a path that we haven't seen maybe since LeBron. I don't know. I don't know if we say that, but he's going to be a junior next year.
No, he's going to be a sophomore.
Jesus.
It's all crazy, though, because, like, he might not even have a season in California. I don't know. The cool thing is that Charli and Mikey are both 16, and they're already, like, role models. Like, they're, like, good people. Like, that's so hard.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you were in, like, the limelight at 16. Like, I'm so glad I wasn't. Like, I would be a terrible person, but, we're here now.
Dude, childhood fame. I'm talking, like, on a big-time level like they're on. We're just going to have to keep an eye out because some things have gone south. I mean, I listened to a pod with God, what's his name? Macaulay Culkin or whatever. You know what I'm talking?
The Home Alone kid?
Yeah, the Home Alone kid. He's a cool dude, but
yeah, you kind of look like him.
All right, once again, I'm gonna have to talk to the team about this whole co-host thing. Not going well so far. But no, okay, so let's get into where Mikey's eventually going to the league, but right now there's a lot of guys in the league and the NBA's got a whole lot going on right now. Did you catch Game 7 last night?
Oh, for sure. I mean, look, I'm terrible at watching games. Like,
because you're watching TikTok too damn much.
Well, no, that's the whole thing, right? So, like, I run Overtime Social. So, like, I'm on Instagram a lot. I'm on TikTok a lot. Like, I'm looking at basketball all day long. So then when, like, full games happen, I, like, have a hard time sitting and watching. But last night I turned the game on a little bit in the first half, and then I watched, like, most of the fourth quarter, right? And, like, Harden did not play well. And CP3 is just a savage. Like, he is just, like, all in there, like, doing crazy stuff all the time. Russ just – every time I watch him, like, please slow down. You're going to hurt someone. But the game was crazy. It came down to Harden. Who would have thought James Harden game-winning block?
How about Lou Dort before that? How about Dort coming out of nowhere?
I don't even know who that is. I didn't even know who it was until this series.
He went to Arizona, I believe. He was a fairly big name, but he was always coming up in the circuit. I remember watching him, and he was always just a super high motor dude. And I never pictured him as like a quick jump to the league type of guy, but I mean, he made the jump. And then I'm looking out there and you see Lou Dort and Darius Bazley, run around like it's a little wild. Sitting here right now thinking Bazley just skipped college. Lou Dort was just in, and now they're playing and competing with guys like Russell Westbrook and James Harden for, a chance at the second round of the playoffs. I think it's nuts. But yeah, Harden to win the game on defense. I think you could ask anybody, a month ago, a week ago, hey, you want to put $1,000 that says James Harden wins a series defensively, and everybody's going to take that. But that's the issue. Everybody thinks James Harden doesn't play defense. Off the ball, mid-season, like regular season, okay, yeah, he's going to get backdoored for a couple of dunks, but that is what it is. But he does – I mean, he's got a motor. Like, he just kind of chose when to turn it on. And in the playoffs – he turned it on big time last night, won him the game.
Nah, I feel the same way. Like, Harden, like, I've even trashed him for not playing defense because he has those moments. But, like, bro, when he was on the Thunder, he, like, guarded Kobe in the playoffs. Like, he's not not capable, right? Like, you're a basketball player. You can play defense. He had, like, a couple blocks last night in the fourth. I actually think the Rockets are potentially going to beat the Lakers in the second round because I don't know who guards Russ and who guards Harden.
You're out of your noodle. Out of your noodle. You
All
think
right,
the
well,
Rockets
anyways,
have a chance against the Lakers?
100%. Who's going to stop Harden? Who guards him? Exactly. Danny Green? Rondo?
Who guards AD? Who guards Bron?
That's not going to go well at all.
No. No, but going back to the defensive thing, like if the people who say James Harden doesn't play defense, if they did have the capability of scoring 40 to 45 plus a night, I think they would realize that like sometimes your energy, like where you put it, he generally puts it towards, giving people 50 instead of playing
Yeah,
defense. That's
he's smart.
yeah.
All right, and speaking of other playoff series, though, your boy Hero, lighting it up for the Heat. They're at 2-0 on the Bucks. What do you think of that series? You see that coming?
I called it.
Okay.
I bring my managers on it because we work out in the mornings, and generally before we start working out, we sit there and just shoot the shit, and we're talking, who's going to win this series or that. And I said, coming out of the East, I got Miami coming out, and they're like, no,
Oh, the whole East?
Bias, the whole East. It's a young. It's outside of the Bucks, who aren't necessarily like super veteran. I mean, you got Middleton. Giannis is obviously seasoned now. He's MVP and all that stuff. But I don't know if Giannis and Middleton is the duo to get it done. Now, like, I love Middleton to death. I think he's super underrated. But like, if you take Jimmy Butler and you swap him with Middleton, I think the Bucks cruise through the East and probably win it all. But I did say coming into this series, the Bucks have struggled with Miami all year long. I think they're like 3-1 or 2-1. Don't quote me on it, but the Miami's the only team that's really handled Milwaukee through the regular season. So I guess we'll see what happens. But Tyler, my boy, God, the most consistent. I don't even have to watch the game. I just check the box score, and I'm just going to be like, all right, are we at 14 points or 19 points? And are we at, three rebounds or 6 rebounds? And then like anywhere between – I mean, he's the most consistent, like 15, 5, and 4. Like he's just off the bench.
Nah, he's awesome. I want to see a show of him and Jimmy Butler so badly. Like, they're just hilarious together. Jimmy's, like, always cracking jokes, shitting on him, and then Tyler's just, like, goofy white dude. Like,
Did you see the thing where Jimmy Butler, it was mid series with Indiana. Did you see he posted it on his Instagram? He said I think Tyler was mic'd up, and Jimmy, being like a vet, like knew he was mic'd up, and in the timeout he was like, yo, Ty, tell your little brother to put me in his TikTok. I'm trying to blow up on that. I'm like, could you imagine somebody mid like NBA playoff series, you're a rook, and he looks at you and is talking about TikTok on the – I mean –
yo, and how awesome is that for his little brother?
Oh, it's huge.
So
it was
sick.
huge. I mean, if I was his brother, I think is like – God, I think Miles –
He's in high school now, right?
13, 14. Well, no, Austin's in high school.
Oh,
I think
right.
Miles might be 14 or 15. He might be entering his first year of high school. But either way, imagine showing up to like virtual school that next day. Like, what's up? And jump in the Zoom. You see Jimmy last night? He shouted me out. No big deal. You're the coolest kid in Zoom class, Zoom University ever.
Yeah. No, it's insane. I love them together. That team is awesome. I'm rooting for that team. We actually have a lot of guys at Overtime who are from Florida who work here, and they all root for – or there's one kid in particular, Peter. He roots for the Heat so hard, so I'm going for him too. So keep it up. Let's go.
Yeah, I think he come out of that. Trying to think
I had the
about
Raptors winning the East. I'm clearly wrong, but whatever. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know. The Celtics, they got a lot of firepower, but I don't know. It's still too young, and I just feel like there's still something missing with the Celtics. The addition of Kemba's huge, but I don't know. We'll see what happens over there in the West. Outside of the NBA, but I think still kind of inside the NBA topic. You got the G League. That stuff is starting up. You got all the young guys. They just named their team Ignite. God, I don't know who they have making the team names, but I don't know, should probably fire them and hire us because the creative juices aren't flowing over there. But anyways, it is started. It's a real thing. People were like, I don't know about this whole G League thing. I was one of them. I'm like, is this even real? Are they going to play anybody? What's going on here? Are they just going right into the draft? But they're on the floor. They're in the gym. Anything more about that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, to see guys who just finished up high school. I mean, you got Jalen Green, who, like, obviously he's been the #1 player in the country for a few years now. And then you have like a bunch of really interesting guys there. Like Kai Soto is a guy from the Philippines who is like awesome. I think he's 7'2". He's huge, but he's only been in the US for a year. So people don't know a ton about him. Then Jonathan Kuminga, he was the #1 kid in next year's class. He reclassed and went. And then Isaiah Todd and Dacian Nix, who are both top kids also. So it's cool to see like these young guys out there. I mean, who knows what's going to happen, but they're getting paid, which is sick. And they're training. I mean, they're starting right now. Like high school kids can't even get in a gym. College kids, I mean, I know you're practicing, but it's harder to get in the gym right now. So like they're training with NBA guys and getting ready. I think that team's gonna be really cool. It's interesting to see. But the thing I'm most curious about is like, what if they had this for years now, right? So like when you were coming up, for instance, what year were you a senior again?
2018.
18.
18.
So like you were a top kid. Like if you had the option, like would you have thought about it? Like, cause this, I mean, this is a dream for you, right? You hoop 24/7. You have like classes, whatever. Like getting ready for the league.
Yeah, that's a tough one. First of all, I don't think my mother would have even entertained. Well, yeah, I don't think she would have entertained the idea of me not getting my degree. You know, like because you gotta play percentages with these 5 guys or 6 guys or however many young kids that jumped over college. You can go to college whenever, and they always say that, but to get it paid for, you know, completely paid for because you're playing at a university. I don't know. I think I probably would have went. I still would have went the college route. Might have looked a little bit different or whatever. But having that option, I think, is good. You know, I was in a class with Zion, RJ. You know, these guys who let's just be honest, physically gifted beyond belief and didn't need to go to college necessarily. I think it's a good route for some guys like that. But I don't think it's like 5 to 10 guys a year go try to do this because, you know, you gotta understand that percentage wise, one of these guys might last more than 10 years in the league. That's the unfortunate fact of the NBA is that there are 300, 400 jobs, and every single year there's a whole new list of applicants that are coming out from college, and some of these guys are seasoned 4-year guys. Some of these guys are coming out and some of the best players, in their class. You never know, and there is no right or wrong. So I'm interested to see what happens. But you know what I'd love to see is I'd love to see these young guys play. I'd love to see these young guys play like some of the top G League teams. Like go play Boston's G League team with Taco and Tremont Waters. I mean, you're gonna be introduced to what professional basketball is really, really quick. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, here, let me serve this up on a platter. Okay. Take these guys that just got into the G League. And is there 5 of them? Is that right?
Yeah, there's 5. Is there 6?
Okay.
I think there's 5. There's 5 that I can think of.
Okay. Let's say you take those 5 and then you fill in like 3 or 4 more guys coming off the bench right around their level. Let's say from their class, take them out and put them in there. So you get like 8 of these guys from their class in the G League. What is the score in a full NBA game? Them versus Houston.
Oh, I mean, Houston's a good team, so it's not good for the. I actually had this conversation with my friend the other day. Like the G League team, like right now, yes, like they're right out of high school, they're rookies, like they have a lot to go. But if we can get them at the end when they're like ready for the draft, like when you think about like where LaMelo's at right now, like LaMelo could go play in an NBA game right now and be one of the better players, I think. Like so in 5 months from now, do I think the G League kids could be really good? I think they could beat a Knicks team. The Rockets are really, really good. But like the Knicks are trash.
You think they beat the New York Knicks?
Yeah. They got size. They got 2 7-footers. They got 2 freaky forward guards in Jalen and Kuminga.
Aren't you in the state of New York right now?
Bro, our producer just hit us up saying, no way. I mean, you are crazy if you think that Frank Ntilikina and Kevin Knox are stopping Jalen Green and Kai Soto.
You know how big Kevin Knox is, right? Like you do realize that this is a specimen.
That is a huge human being, yes.
The fact that they might run you out of wherever northern part of New York you are. Right?
Knicks suck. The Knicks suck. We just got the 8th pick in the draft with the worst. They were supposed to get LaMelo. They were supposed to get Zion last year. They were supposed to get LaMelo this year, but they suck. Everything goes wrong. They might bring back Carmelo. I'm hyped about that. But, like, bro, just it's hard being a Knicks fan, okay?
Yeah, I can see that because you're saying some wild stuff right now talking about a G League team beating the New York Knicks. I don't see it, but okay. All right, you got some deep-rooted issues that you should probably – you and all Knicks fans should probably go to therapy. But you're from New York, and it's just like, forget about it. I'll figure it out, whatever, Capicola, whatever. So it's a little disturbing that, you even said that, but it is what it is. I'm excited to watch these guys kind of develop and go through a year for sure. I don't know what it's going to look like. I would assume they go through a couple workouts. They maybe jump in, some high-level NBA practices. They're probably going to be around NBA programs, organizations quite a bit. But
yeah, I wish they could play college teams.
Wish they could play college teams?
Yeah, that'd be cool to see.
Okay, Tom.
Huggins would be in them.
Okay, Tom. West Virginia versus this G League team.
I mean, they don't have someone that can guard Jordan McCabe, but
Okay.
Right now, I think West Virginia by the end of the year, I mean, compliance is gonna make us take this out. By the end of the year, G League team beats West Virginia.
We have the best. You realize we have the best front court in the nation, right? Like, not even close.
No, I was not aware of that, but
Oscar's a grown ass man, and he's been doing this whole weightlifting thing that these high school kids haven't done, and probably won't do now because they're in the NBA system, and they're gonna have their own trainers, and they're gonna be doing calisthenics and some band work, and that's it. Oscar Sheboy, Derek Culver, I mean, they eat people and chew them up, spit them out on national television. It's scary to watch sometimes. I don't even like being close to them when they're going at it down there. Scary.
Bro, I love your guys, but Jalen Green does not care, and he will dunk on one of them 100%. I don't think I've ever seen a player catch more bodies in high school basketball, but regardless, I love West Virginia. Go Mountaineers. I love Oscar. I love Jordan McCabe.
All right, man. Well, I mean, that's a lot about NBA stuff. Let's talk about the more interesting thing here. Let's talk about TikTok and who the hell is going to buy TikTok and why our president wants to get rid of TikTok. Did you see Walmart's getting in on this whole thing now?
I don't really know why. Walmart's here.
Do with it. They're going to ruin it. Don't touch Walmart. Don't mess this up, please.
I'm concerned, does Walmart know what TikTok is? Or do they think, it's a new electronic, we should get in on and sell it to people? You know what I mean?
Dude, they have no clue. They have no clue. Let Microsoft handle it and then just leave it alone. But I don't – first of all, if this whole thing – you want to talk about, bad publicity and just any publicity is good publicity. For TikTok to almost die 2 or 3 times, it's genius. Everybody's talking about TikTok. People who don't – you boomers who don't want to talk about it are talking about it because, this little TikTok app is going to die, and now they're talking about it, and it's still here, and now they're on it. You know what I mean? Hopefully it doesn't become Facebook. But
no one's gotten luckier than TikTok, right?
No.
First of all, no one wants to admit it, but COVID was the best thing that ever happened to TikTok because every person just sitting at home making dumb videos, myself included. That was great for TikTok. And then every time they say they're going to shut down, every kid floods TikTok, and they're like, don't leave us, follow me here, follow me there. And then it stays. The 2 days where they thought it was going away, we literally had thousands of people just hitting up Overtime, hitting up all these different accounts, trying to figure out what was going on. I don't know. TikTok keeps winning. I think they'll be fine. You know what they should do, right? Some rich billionaire, zillionaire, Mark Cuban hit my line, should just give Overtime the money to buy TikTok, and Overtime should run it. It should be. Yeah.
You want to run TikTok.
Well, not me personally, but the people at Overtime, I think that maybe we could do a good job. And we understand that market. We like making the shows. We know what the next steps are. Got a lot of friends, different places. So yeah, if anyone wants to pitch, just send me over 20 bill.
That's it? That's what you need?
I think it's 20 billion.
Is that actually how much the app is worth now?
They haven't come out with a real number. There was another company that was yeah, we're going to get 20 billion to buy it.
Okay, maybe you're the person to ask. Where this whole like creator fund thing, I saw that there was the like most liked or most viewed video was 2.2 billion, I think the last time I saw the video.
Yeah.
And some dude did the calculator and it was worth like $60,000 because they pay 2 to 3 cents per 1,000 views for like certain like large creator accounts, right?
Right.
Where the hell does this money come from?
Bro, TikTok's the best. I mean, they have zillions of people on there, so they just put advertisement on there. They sell different things. People are just hooked on it. So they raise some money just for the people that are creating the shows. That video is old, so like that video actually probably didn't make any money. Like it's probably making like a little money now, like as it starts to trickle in views.
But like it would have made a total. I think it was like $66,000. It would have been in the creator.
Bro, Charli D'Amelio, like, she probably doesn't need this money at all at this point. But like every video she posts gets 20 million views. Like like she could just post like 100 videos and just be rich for life.
I'm gonna do the math.
Oh, here we go.
Hold on. 20 million views, right?
Yeah. So you divide that by 1,000.
Divide by 1,000. So 20,000 times
What, 0.03?
We want to go 0.03 just to go the high end. I got 600. Is that right?
I don't know.
There's no way that's right?
But think about that. That
That's
video took her 2 seconds to make.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. If you can make six, there's no way that's right. Is that right?
I don't know. I think if I did
That's
math
right.
differently.
Is that right? $600? $600 a video? Jeez. I mean, that's not.
She could fire off 40 in a day.
Yeah, and she generally does. That's the craziest thing.
Yeah, I need to start doing that.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't know.
Bro, dancing. You're okay. So let's talk about your TikTok, right? Like your TikTok's awesome. You're blowing up. What do you have? Like 100K. You're welcome for getting you the blue check. By the way, you never thanked me really on
Yes,
air.
I did. Not on air.
Can you say it,
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom, for my blue check. I appreciate you,
bro? So I did the same thing. I was like, oh, thanks for hooking up Jordan. Like, can you hook me up too? And they're like, nah.
Wait, they did give you a blue check?
I don't have one. I think I gotta get to 100K first.
It's okay.
It's because you have it on IG. They like look at whoever has it on IG and they pass it on. All right, so your TikTok videos, right? Like you put out like what, 1, 2 a week?
Yeah, I got to get better.
I feel like they take you a good amount of time to think about. Like you're being creative with it.
Yeah.
Bro, if your dance videos could do well, and this is why I'm trying to do it, but I don't think it's gonna work for me, and I don't think it's gonna work for you either. They're so much easier. You don't have to think about it. You just throw up
So
a couple
much
dance
easier.
videos.
You can just take them and pump them out. You can do multiple different. You can do the same stupid dance in 6 different locations, and if it's aesthetically pleasing, you'll get way more. If I could dance, I'd be fine.
I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty good.
I've never seen you dance, but you're not good. I want to be the guy who's honest with you, Tom, because in order for this to last, years on end and grow to be the biggest podcast on any platform, I have to be honest with you. You can't dance. You can't dance.
Go to you'll see my TikTok when I'm at 1 billion followers. So subscribe to this podcast, everyone, first of all, and after that, comment, tell us how much you love us. But after you're done with all that, follow me on TikTok at Overtime Tom, and watch me dance. Just watch me dance.
Do you actually have dancing TikToks?
Yeah. So I was like, I didn't want to like. That's the thing, right? Like guys don't want to do it, so you get your girlfriend to do it with you because it's like, oh, she made me do it. So I did a couple with my girlfriend, and then I was like, screw it. Like if I can make this work, it'll be sick. So I posted 2 solo ones. They're my lowest viewed videos by far. But like I think I did a good job. Like I'm not letting it deter me from the fact that like I know that, and also I learn them pretty quick. Like I don't know. I think I got something in there. I don't know.
You know what? There's a problem. There's a problem going on in the country right now, around the world, and TikTok is highlighting it. Is we don't have enough true friends. You know what I mean by this?
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Okay, no, but where I'm going, like, there's certain videos, like when I was in my youth, okay, when I was 16, way back 6 years ago now. I posted some videos on Instagram. Like I thought I was like attractive, and I've since realized it's okay to not be attractive. There's a lot of not attractive people in the world, and you just, have to hug that one. And that's what I've done. But here's the thing. When it comes to dancing, when it comes to, cringy, lip biting, anything like this going on, shirt off, but you don't really have a six pack. You're just like 120 pounds and a freshman in high school. My friends, I have great friends that would quite literally beat me up if I had posted any kind of videos that I'm seeing on TikTok. And sometimes I do reaction videos to them because I need to be that true friend. And I don't want to virtually bully anybody. I'm not condoning it. But my friends back home would literally punch me in the face for some of the things that I see on TikTok. And I think I'm better off because of it. I think I know myself.
If my dad saw my TikTok, he would whoop my ass. But
he would disown you. He would disown you.
Okay, but this is why I'm done with the dancing videos, is because I was like, all right, I'm gonna give myself a couple chances, because same thing. I was like, if these don't blow up, like the worst part is doing them, looking like a fool, and then they don't blow up, right? Because like if they blow up, like you can tell your friends like, yeah, I know, I'm just doing it for the clout, like whatever. But like mine don't even do well, so now like my friends really can destroy me.
Does it happen? Do your friends tell you like, Tom?
So
you got
I'm like
I'm not gonna be your friend type thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like technically their boss. So, like, they don't want to say it, but I know they're thinking it. And I know they have, like, a group chat without me where they're like, bro, what the is Tom doing?
You should see what we've said about you in the Subject to Change group chat before I added you in.
Bro, I've been seeing that meme so much lately. Like, yo, like, there's always a separate group chat, like, from the group chat. And I'm just starting to, like, I never thought I was the one that wasn't in them. But, like, now I'm starting to think, like, damn, I might be the one that's not in them.
It's okay, Tom. It's okay.
Oh, you don't think your team has a separate group chat where they're talking about, like,
me?
Yeah, like, damn, Jordan missed that pass today. Or like, oh, Jordan's always simping with his girl. Like, it's whack.
My whole team sips. We all got girls. So there might be a group chat of the 3 or 4 who don't.
Can I give you advice? Can I give you advice? Every single person.
I'm going to take it. But
this is every player on the team except you. Every single person plays better right after a breakup. So right before that season starts, or right before the Big 12 season starts, get everyone to break up. I'm telling you, I promise, on God, every athlete can attest to this. Right after a breakup, you have your best games. But you should not, because I love Liv and I love you guys. You guys are super cute. It's different. But, like, if Big O is dating someone, or if, your roommate's got a girl, cut them off.
Yeah, it's better for the positions that have to play angry. Like, yeah. I have to be cerebral. So that's my pass for not doing it. But maybe I'll just stage it where I, like, tell Liv to tell all the girlfriends, like, hey, before we play Kansas, shoot them a text, like, hey, we're done.
Yeah, just get in a fight. Yeah, you don't have to break up. Just get in a fight.
Yeah, no, that might not be bad. I think you're taking way too much off TikTok and memes, and you're applying it to real life way too much. But that's another discussion we'll get into later.
That might be the best advice I've ever given. I'm pretty proud with that.
But I've literally seen a TikTok of that, like a dude laying on the basketball court, like, whatever, girlfriend just broke up with him, he's about to go crazy. No?
Yeah, sure. It's a great idea.
But that's my issue with you, Tom, is do you read books? Read a book. Not TikTok.
No.
You're going to be one day you're going to be talking at, like, a business, like, school, like whatever, at a university, and they're going to ask you things, and you're going to tell them, I've never read a book. Whatever. It's like Michael Scott in The Office, where he goes in. Don't Tom.
Sorry.
Remember the Office episode where Michael Scott goes into business school?
So you're gonna learn this throughout the podcast, Jordan. I haven't seen most things. I've never watched The Office before.
Yeah, okay. Now you're definitely not my co-host. We'll figure it out later. I need somebody else on here. You've never watched The Office?
Nope.
What have you watched?
You watch Selling Sunset on Netflix?
Is that, Liv was just telling me about this. Is that like a HGTV, like, real estate show?
Yeah, but the girls are insane. Not in, like, a negative way. Like, they're just awesome and funny.
Okay. They're insane?
Yeah, like, there are these girls that sell, like, there are these girls in, like, these They get super.
It's like a reality like Kardashian type thing, right?
It's Kardashians on steroids. So like they get super dressed up. They're like fighting all the time, and then they sell like $40 million homes and make like $1 billion.
That's what you watch. That's the extent of your culture.
Well, yeah, man.
No Sopranos, no Parks
Never.
and Rec, no
Never seen it.
that 70s show,
Never seen it.
Always Sunny,
Never seen it.
Billions.
Never seen it.
I can't stand. This is ridiculous.
I watched Entourage. I love that show.
There you go. There we go. We're talking now. Okay, we can vibe with that. I'll start.
Yeah, you can be the Johnny Drama to my Vinny Chase any day.
No doubt. I've actually been told that like by other people before, and never mind. It's a whole different conversation. People have used that, but anyways, I like Entourage. We can do that. But at least watch The Office. You have to. It's just like one of those things. You go your whole life and don't watch it.
My girl been trying to get me to watch it. I don't know.
I'm watching Yellowstone right now. Have you ever even heard of it?
Isn't that a park?
Yeah, it's a national park, Tom. But Yellowstone it's so before I even like get into it, do you have this weird disorder like me where like if you watch a show, you like try to morph into the main character or that type of setting or whatever? Liv will talk about this. She hates that I do it, but go ahead.
Yeah, so on shows, I've been doing this weird thing. Like, I like to do everything really fast. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, I just want to move. So I watch every show in 2x. So, like, if a show's 30 minutes, like, I'm crushing it in 14. Like, I want the spark notes of my shows. Like, I don't want to enjoy it. I just want to know what happened. So, I think I morph into the character sometimes, but, like, other times, I'm just trying to get through it. There's a plane here.
Anyways, what I was saying is I have this weird thing. Like I watched Sons of Anarchy when I was like 17. Do you know what that is?
I've heard of it.
It's like a show about like a biker gang, and like all of a sudden I really wanted a Harley. I wanted like a leather. Like I carried around and now I'm watching Yellowstone, and Yellowstone is about this like huge cattle ranch in Montana. And it's like this big family thing, and Kevin Costner's in it, and he's this cowboy, and they're fight. Like now my life goal now since watching this, and it's always been a little bit of my life goal is to just live remotely and not deal with TikTok or Instagram or anything, right? And just go out to Montana or Wyoming, have this big cattle ranch, ride horses, shoot shit, just do whatever I really want, chop wood. I don't know. And now that I'm watching this show, I've completely morphed into this like whole different character. I think I have like a personality disorder where I go back and forth, and I'm like split. Liv's here and lives up, and now she's shaking her head. Don't I have that problem?
There's something wrong with you. Anything like he watches and he likes the main character, we'll just start acting like that.
I'll start talking like
we're not like some ranch.
We get live on camera?
What's that?
We get live on camera? Where are we at?
Come. This is our first show with the co-host. This is so huge. She just got her wisdom teeth out. Just come.
Oh, that's amazing. Come over here. We need this for a TikTok.
Please.
Oh my god, this is my nightmare.
Did you film her getting her wisdom teeth taken out? It's content.
It is content, but I didn't because I had practice, and she got it done up in like Pennsylvania.
Oh, all right. Well, I feel you. I don't know if it's TikTok or it's MGK or what it is, but I'm going to dye my hair blonde soon, I think.
Dude, I said the same thing. See, I want to be a cowboy, but I want like blonde and light pink hair at the same time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Please come here. Just say hi. Can you do that?
I told Jordan he can't break up with you.
Say hi to Tom.
Oh, hi, Tom.
Hey!
I'm covering my mouth.
Wait, how are your teeth? How's the wisdom teeth?
It's okay. I look like a chipmunk right now.
So does Jordan. That's okay.
Yeah, I know.
What's the worst thing Jordan's done in the last week?
Our faces are really – oh, my God. I've got a good one. Last night we were sleeping, and he punched me in the face.
Not on
right after
purpose.
wisdom teeth surgery.
Not on purpose. I did give her like a soft left hook on accident.
It's
You know,
up.
where you roll over or whatever. I'm big on sleeping by myself. Like I love like being able to sprawl and stuff.
Clearly.
And I accidentally just like turned over. I've never like even hit her, but of course the one time, like when we're sleeping, I've never hit her, whatever. And the one time she gets her wisdom teeth out that week, I accidentally kind of just gave her one of these. Like I just hit her and she woke up.
Love tap.
Yeah, it was like 2 a.m. and she like sat up. And the worst part is
so then he says to me, he's like half asleep and he goes, I didn't hit you that hard. You're fine. And then just goes back to bed.
I'm all about a little tough love.
He didn't remember that the next morning. He felt terrible.
Yeah, that's perfect. I think we need a segment every time. What's the worst thing Jordan did in the last week? So keep writing them down, Liv. Thank you.
That'll give me an excuse to keep track.
Boy for another year.
Yeah. That was the worst. Are we wrapping this up? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I'm done with you.
Wrapping this up. You got something to do? What are you doing the rest of the day? Anything?
I gotta work, man. I'm a grown ass man.
Does he know it's your birthday?
Yeah, they already said happy birthday.
Yeah, wait. What's the plan, Liv? What are we doing for the day?
Well, he has a bunch of stuff he has to do. He's probably gonna be in the gym the entire day.
I am busy today. I got recruiting meetings. I have a couple workouts. I have study hall.
All right, man. Well, enjoy your birthday.
Whatever. Yeah, it sounds really fun. I can't wait. Hey, so yeah, thanks for jumping on, Tom. Really appreciate you trying out this co-host. Like I said, we'll see if you are on the next episode, but this one was really fun. I enjoyed it. So anyways, that was it. Let's close this thing out. You want to try to close out the episode?
Mikey, Williams, Charli D'Amelio, who's more famous? We got NBA playoff stuff. Y'all have a great week. Jordan, thank you. Happy birthday. Subject to change. We are out.
Yeah, I'm in my iced tea. Yup, in my iced tea. Yeah, I'm in my iced tea. Yup, in my iced tea. Click the link in my bio. Go, cup that iced tea. And check out the videos right here and subscribe. Come on, dog.